everybody, welcome back to Dinner and a Tip. My name is Brenda. I am going to be your cooking guide. So today this is a super easy recipe, but it does take a little prep time in it. So let's go ahead and get started with the first step. So our meal today is we're going to actually do chicken gyros on the Blackstone. I have yet to find lamb, so we're doing chicken. So all I did is take some chicken thighs. I got 5 chicken thighs here, and then just cut them into strips, and I'm going to put this in a Ziploc baggie so we can do our marinade. First, we're going to start with 3 tablespoons of Greek yogurt with the whole milk if you can find it. And then next, we're going to do a tablespoon of red wine. You could do red wine, you could do apple cider vinegar, or you could just do regular white wine vinegar. So we've got that. Next, we're going to do, you could actually do fresh garlic. I don't have it, so I'm just going to do a tablespoon of minced garlic, and then we're going to do some salt and pepper to taste. And then after this, we're going to show you how to make that homemade tzatziki sauce. So, but this probably takes about 15 or probably I would say 1 to 2 hours. And we're going to do a little lime zest in here. If you're doing lime zest, just make sure that you have pre-washed your lemon, not your lime, sorry. So, and then we're going to do 3 tablespoons of lemon juice. Get this in our squeezer. I think this lemon's a little bit on steroids, so this should be interesting. See if I can get the juice out of here. All right. And yeah, I know I'm not actually doing this the right way, but it's the only way this sucker is going to fit in here, so. Okay. So we've got our lemon juice, and now let's do a tablespoon of Italian seasoning. Okay, let's get it in the right container today. All right, and then 1 tablespoon of extra virgin oil is what you want to go ahead and put in here. And so what we're going to do is just give this a mix, put this in our chicken. We're going to let this sit for a couple hours. You could actually do this in the morning if you wanted, and then just go ahead and cook this when you get home. But I've got some errands to do, so I'm going to go ahead prep this. And all we're going to do is pour this in here. And then we're just going to kind of give a shake on the bag. We just want to kind of get all the chicken covered in this marinade. You're going to want to store this in the refrigerator, especially if you're going to be gone for a couple hours. All right, so we've got that done. So we'll be back in a couple hours, and we'll show you the tzatziki sauce and how to finish these amazing chicken feet or chicken gyros. Thanks. Hey everybody, welcome back. So we still have our chicken marinating, but we are going to go ahead and do our tzatziki sauce. And this is really easy. So basically you just want to get 1.5 size cucumbers, just normal size. If they're really big, you'll only need 1. And then you're going to want to go ahead and shred these down. And then if you have cheesecloth, that's the best way to drain it. But if you don't, like me, I'm going to show you a different option of getting this. So cucumbers have a lot of water in them. And if you don't do the draining process, you're going to have a problem. Your sauce is going to get really watery and it's not going to be as good. So I just have a regular strainer, and I'm just going to go ahead and push, see if you can see how much water is in this. You want to go ahead, kind of flip it. You can actually just probably squeeze the water out of this. If you've got the cheesecloth, that's great, but some of us don't have all of those fancy stuff just sitting around our house. So you just want to squeeze out as much liquid as you can. And then I'm just going to put it in a paper towel, give it one last squeeze to get everything out. I'm going to go ahead and stick that in a bowl. And you want to make sure, I left the skins on, so if you're leaving the skin on, you're going to make sure that you go ahead and wash the outside of that cucumber before you start grating that in. So I'm going to do the same yogurt that we used before, and I'm just going to do about 1 cup of this. And then we're going to do 1 tablespoon of lemon juice. I'm going to go ahead and throw a little bit more garlic in this. And then just salt and pepper, just to give it a little extra flavor. And now that this is done, we're going to go ahead and head outside and get our chicken cooked. And then we're going to go ahead and get all of this put together. But yeah, I mean, tzatziki sauce is really, really easy. It's just cucumber and yogurt for the most part. The little lemon juice in there just gives it a little extra citrus flavor. So, all right, let's just give it a quick taste. Yeah, pretty good, darn good. Let's go ahead and take it outside. Hey everybody, welcome back. Now that we've got all of our sauces done, we are going to go ahead and get our chicken cooked. So we've got our chicken marinated. I am cooking this on high, and I did go ahead and throw a little bit of oil down just to kind of help with the sticking of the chicken. So we're just going to go ahead and get this spread out. You want to just have it touching all the way so it cooks a little faster and more even. So next we're going to go ahead and do some onions and some tomatoes. If you've got one of these choppers, I would suggest these. Although I did break mine, so I have a new one on order. They were really good until you break them. Oh, come on. Alright. Alright, that did not work. I'm going to have to go ahead and cut them. Time for that. Yeah. Alright, we had a cutter malfunction. So, I did go ahead and put this chicken down. I am cooking this on high, and I just did a little bit of oil on here just to kind of help the chicken from sticking. So the only thing left we have to do is our topping. So for mine, I'm just going to do some red onion. You could actually do some, if you really wanted to go fancy and a little bit more Greek, you could throw in some green olives. If I had some, I would. I know that's not traditional, but that's the best thing about these kinds of recipes. You can just kind of make them whatever you want. But traditionally, you're going to do some red onion. And we are going to do some tomatoes. And then I got this Mediterranean feta cheese, which actually adds a nice little extra flair to your food when it comes to anything that's Greek. And so we're just going to go ahead and cut our tomatoes in bite-sized chunks. And then I'm going to go ahead, and we've got our pitas, and actually I'm going to go ahead and throw these on the grill. I do want to get those warmed up a little bit, so. Alright. You know, I really like this recipe because you know, a lot of times you kind of get stuck in food ruts and you don't think that you can make some of this stuff at home, and you know, this is one of those things that I always get in a restaurant. I know normally they come in lamb, but sometimes when you can't find lamb, you gotta substitute. And there's nothing wrong with kind of switching dinner up every once in a while, so. And because we're in Minnesota, it's a little bit colder. Normally this would probably only take about 2-3 minutes to cook, but because it is colder out here, the grill doesn't stay as warm. So I'm gonna go ahead, pause for a quick minute while this finishes cooking. And the other trick you have for when you're cooking outside, especially if you're in the northern areas it's colder, just go ahead and throw a dome over your food. That helps keep the heat in, helps keep things hotter longer, as my cameraman's blowing in front of my phone just to prove the fact that it is cold and that you can see your breath out here because it's that cold. So alright, we're going to give this probably about another 2 minutes and then we'll come back. I'll show you how to plate this up. Hey everybody, welcome back. So this did take about an extra 2 minutes to go ahead and cook. And I love when you actually take the shells and actually toast them on the Blackstone. I think it just, I really love when it's actually warmed up here. So I'm going to go ahead and throw some chicken on here. Shut these burners off. And next, it's just a matter of toppings of your choice, which is nice with this is if you have somebody who doesn't like one thing, you can just have it kind of like a Greek Euro, what is it, taco bar. So go ahead and throw a little bit of this on here, the feta cheese. Can't forget our tzatziki sauce. This is what makes it extra awesome. All right, so look how pretty that is. I'm so excited. I love having the gyros. It just offers a different option for chicken when you're just tired of making chicken the same old way. So go ahead, subscribe. We'll see you next time.